Hi, Catherine. Hi, Joyce.
Good morning.
Getting set up, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. I got your text.
Okay. The studio got painted, ladies. I don't know if you can tell. Do a little pan around. There's Joyce and Catherine.
Nice.
Angela.
What color is it? White? What is the color scheme?
It's kind of like cream and gray, but it's like a,
But nice, or
it's beautiful.
yeah, it looks good. All right, let me. To
That really. Because all the numbers changed.
well, unless we just want
They
to let them
kept
know
changing
afterwards.
for a while. What? They kept changing for a while. Yeah, so I now I don't. Sorry, guys, I have to not speak. Next Monday is Labor Day.
Yes.
I know I will be coming because I'm playing golf, but.
Okay.
I still have a class.
If I'm here on the holiday, then I'll come. Usually people come.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll let them know in the office too that I'll be here. So. All right.
I should be okay next Monday. I'll be here next Monday.
Okay, good. Yep. Now the Monday, but I was gonna see if Sue will sub for me, the Monday of Rosh Hashanah. I will not be teaching that day. No, September 20. Is it the 25th or whatever that Monday is, 25th or 26th? Yeah, I'm actually gonna be up in New Jersey. Sorry,
Sorry, did you want me to come in and interrupt or do you want to wait till after class?
if you guys are okay with it, maybe. We've got like a buzzing sound.
Thank you.
All right,
So this is unlocked, I guess.
okay. I wonder what, maybe we can find out what's causing it. So then we can know, like how to do it, how to reset it.
Must have reset it.
All right, ready? Happy Monday. Let's start seated. All right, how's everyone feeling? How are you? Yeah, Angela, how are you?
Oh, great.
And Rose, Rose. For a second, I was like, is that? Yeah.
A different name?
Well, I think why it confuses my mind is there's another Rose that has come, but she has a Scottish accent.
There's so many roses around here. I've never encountered one like my whole life until I came here.
Well, that's like my name. I've never, until I moved to Naples, I have never met as many Nancy's.
There
as I have in
are
my
a
mind.
lot of Nancy's here too.
And then Catherine and Joyce, so nice small class. Ladies, do you have blocks? No, Catherine does, Joyce, no, okay, all right. And Catherine and Joyce, do you have a wall that you can use? Yeah? If I wanted to do something against the wall? Okay, all right, good. So let's close our eyes Root down through our sits bones. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale it out through the mouth. And then find your natural breath where you can follow your inhales and your exhales and just check in with yourself for a few moments. Let the thoughts of the past float away. Let any thoughts of future, what you will be doing after you leave class today, just try and let those float away and come to this present moment here on your mat. Think for a moment about your practice. And just connect for a moment about your why, what's bringing you to your mat this morning. This weekend, I had the opportunity to scuba dive with my kids. And one of the aspects, I've been diving a long time, one of the aspects that I love so much is the pause that it gives you in life. I always find that when I come up from a dive that I realize that for those 40 minutes under the water, that there were no thoughts in my mind about my to-do list, really anything above the surface. And it made me really appreciate the pause. And it made me think about our yoga practice and that it's a pause in a way. The 8 limbs give us the opportunity to try and reach that state of contentment, which in essence to me feels like a pause. It feels like an opportunity to first clear the chatter in our mind, which then helps to open the mind to greater creativity, just this expansion of maybe love, compassion. So I invite you to maybe tap into that pause in your practice this morning. Those moments where you realize that you're just in it, not thinking about anything else, allowing the breath to move you one breath at a time. One more body scan. Take note of any part of your body that you maybe want to send a little extra love to, or it could be your mind. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Take a moment to set your intention for your practice. Also dedicate your practice, sending the energy to a loved one, first person that comes into your mind. And now the second person. Third, maybe an animal. And then make that circle wide enough to include all beings everywhere. Let's open our practice with the sound of Om. So take a full inhale and then exhale it out. Inhale. And slowly flicker the eyes open, coming back to awareness to this space. And then let's meet on our backs. Grab your blocks. And just have your blocks on either side of your mat for right now, but start with your feet on the mat, bend the knees, bring the head back, and we'll just do that shoulder opener that we've done before, interlacing the fingers behind the head and letting the elbows fall out to the side, opening up the shoulders with this gentle stretch. Also, a little bit of a heart opener here. And begin to be here for a minute. So begin to really just focus on your breath. Feel the inhales and the exhales. Feel the breath begin to expand the shoulder area. Feeling the effects of this stretch. Also notice how your back is beginning to just open up to the support of the earth. Notice any areas that might be tightening up. And see if you can soften. Allow your back and spine to just completely release on the mat. Three more breaths. Following your inhales and your exhales. And then letting your feet come together, soles of your feet come together, butterfly the knees out, let the blocks come underneath the thighs to support. So it's not a super deep stretch for your inner groin. Thank you. And then take your elbows out to the side, forming cactus arms, goalpost arms. So letting the backs of the arms rest on the floor. So allowing the hips to just gently open, allowing that inner groin muscle to relax with the support of the blocks. Let any tension that you're holding in the arms relax. And notice the difference with this stretch versus having the hands interlaced behind your head. Feel your breath gather in your belly. Feel the back relax against the mat. Where else can you soften? Maybe in the brow of your head, of your face, maybe the jaw. Few more breaths here. Welcoming the release. And then slowly bring the hands outside the knees, close the knees together, draw them into your chest, and bringing them in for a squeeze, lift your forehead up to the knees. Breathe into the back of the neck. And then let the head drop down. Extend the legs out. Bring the arms alongside the body, palms face down. Flex your feet and then lift your chin to your chest. Holding here for 10 breaths, feeling the engagement in the lower abdominal area. So gentle waking up of the core. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe add the arms, bringing them up just a little bit, palms facing your legs. Continuing to feel that engagement in this lower abdominal area. One more inhale. And then exhale, release down. Draw the right knee into your chest, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh. We did this last week, a gentle psoas release. So make a 90-degree angle with this right knee and flex the right foot. Flex the left foot and press that left leg into the mat. And now start to draw the right leg towards you as you push the foot toward the front of the room. So that leg, that right knee is staying at a 90-degree angle, and you're feeling that pulling towards you as at the same time as you're pushing away, so that it's staying in the same spot, but you're engaging the psoas muscle. Breathe in, breathe out, hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now interlace your fingers on top of your shin. Draw the knee, right knee in closer to your chest. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take your right hand on top of that knee, circle that right knee out to the side. Bring the left hand to rest on top of the left hip to help keep that side rooted down. Another big circle, taking that right knee out and in, and then reverse the circle. When that knee reaches out to the right side, let it drop down, bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left leg, setting up for supine tree pose. Float the arms overhead, making a V shape, palms face up. So growing the branches of your tree here on the floor. Keep that left leg engaged as if you're standing on it. Push through that left heel. Allowing this right hip to open. And then gather up that right knee again. Fingers interlacing on top of the shin. Draw that right knee in. And now interlace behind the right thigh and extend that right leg up to the ceiling. Point and flex the right foot, feeling the stretch in front of the foot. When you flex, feeling it in the back of the leg. And then make a couple circles, one direction with that right foot. Reverse the circle. And then dropping that right foot down, extend that right leg out, hug the left knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers behind the left thigh. Form a 90-degree angle with that left knee. Flex the left foot, flex the right foot. And now that psoas stretch. So start to pull that left leg toward you as you push the heel toward the front of your room. Breathe in, breathe out. Continue to keep it at that 90-degree angle. Beautiful, everyone. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then draw that left knee in toward your chest. Interlace the fingers over the shin, pulling that knee in toward the chest. Keeping the right leg active. So continue to keep that right foot flexed, pressing that right leg into the mat. And now right hand rests on the right hip. Left hand helps to circle that left knee out to the side. Bring it in, cross the midline, circle it out to the left and in. One more time, this direction, big circle, and then reverse the direction. Circling out into the chest. Another big circle, and then when it gets out to the left side, let it drop down, left sole of the foot, or the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Floating the arms overhead into that wide V. Press through the right heel. As if you're standing on that foot, that leg, rooting through that right leg. Breathe in as if you're standing next to a real tree and connecting with the energy of that tree. One more full inhale and exhale. And then sweep the arms, so you're interlacing the fingers over the shins again, drawing that left knee into the chest. And then interlacing the fingers behind the left leg and extending that left leg up to the ceiling. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and then rotate that foot around, getting into the ankle a little bit. Reverse the direction. And then bring that knee into the chest, bring the right knee into the chest. Give yourself another squeeze, lifting the forehead up to the knees. Breathe into the back of the neck. Take the hands underneath the knees. We're going to rock up to a seat, but we're going to rock up straight into boat pose. So at least three times. Massage the spine. On your third one, come up on your sit bones, keep the feet lifted, lift the chest. The knees can stay bent, or you can play with straightening the legs. You can release the hands, however you want your boat pose to look. Keep lifting the chest, lift the heart up to the sky, coming up on your sits bones. One more inhale and exhale, lower the feet, take them wide as your mat. Hands come behind and then drop the knees over to the right and then the left, over to the right and the left. Julia, separate the feet just a little bit more. Yeah. You can lift that hip up a little bit as you drop the knees. And then come back to where you bring your knees in close to your chest. feet where your knees were. Wrap the left arm around the knees, right hand comes behind, coming into our cheeky twist. Breathe in, breathe out 1, breathe in, breathe out 2, breathe in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deeper into the twist. 1 more full inhale and exhale. Next inhale brings you through center. Wrap the right arm around the knees, left hand behind, and twisting to the left. Inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, exhale 5, inhale brings you to center, and then cross at your ankles, roll forward to tabletop, finding your alignment. Find engagement in the core by drawing the navel toward your spine, and then inhale into cow pose. And exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. 1 more, really open across the heart in cow. Broaden across the upper back in cat. And then come back to neutral. And then we'll make a C shape. So bring the gaze over your right shoulder. Try and take a glimpse of your right pinky toe. And stretching this left side. Inhale through center and then take the stretch to the other side. So the gaze is looking at your left pinky toe. Inhale through center, over to the left. Inhale through center, over to the right. And then back to center. Extend both legs back, coming to plank pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. On your exhale, lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Few breaths to pedal out your dog, bending 1 knee and dropping the heel of the other leg. And then finding stillness. Maybe come up on your tippy toes, lift your heels, and really bring that low belly towards the tops of your thighs. Feel that full extension in the spine, in the arms, and then let the heels drop toward the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lifting the right leg, coming to 3-legged dog. Lift it high, come up on your left toes, lifting that left heel, really lifting that right leg way high. Bend that right knee, lift that right knee up so you're opening up that hip. Keep your shoulders squared. Breathe in and then exhale, release that right leg down. Inhale, left leg lifting to 3-legged dog. Come up on your right toes, right heel lifting. Lift that left leg a little higher, bend that left knee and lift the left knee up so you're opening up that hip. Shoulders staying square, head between the arms. And then exhale, lowering that left leg down. Rock forward to plank and drop your knees down. So finding knees, chest, chin, rotate your elbow creases to the front of the mat and then bend them, hugging them in, lowering your chin and chest down. Inhale, sliding onto the belly, finding cobra. And then exhale, lower down, tuck your toes under, push your seat to your heels, lift up into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more full inhale. And then on your exhale, look between your hands, walk your feet up one footprint at a time to the top of your mat and lift up halfway. Find the engagement in the navel. Take the arms out to a T. Breathe in. On your exhale, hinge, folding forward, Uttanasana. Let the head hang heavy. Hold opposite elbows. Hanging like a Raggedy Ann doll. And then bend your knees a lot. Release your hands. Finding chair pose. So let your seat come towards your heels as you inhale, lifting the arms up by the ears. The knees are behind your toes. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, straighten the legs. Little arch back for the upper back. And then hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, dive forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Take the right leg back, finding low lunge. Dropping right knee down, uncurl the toes, lift the arms up by the ears, Anjaneyasana. Full inhale and exhale. Soften shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Twist open to the left. Maybe lean forward, hooking that right elbow to left knee. Maybe tucking right toes under and lifting that right leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. If the right leg is lifted, drop it down. Everybody come to center. Lift the arms up. And exhale, hands down. Tuck right toes under, lift up and take the left leg back. Plank pose. Rock a little forward, drop your knees down. Hug the elbows in, lower chin and chest. Inhale, slide onto the belly and lifting up to cobra on your inhale. Exhale, lowering down, tuck your toes under and pushing the hips up, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Look between your hands and either lightly hop or walk the feet up. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Take the arms out wide, lift with a flat back up to standing. Hands to heart center. Other side. Inhale, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, shoot that left leg back, finding your low lunge. Dropping left knee, uncurl the toe. Inhale the arms up by the ears. So Anjaneyasana, pressing into the right foot. As you press into the top of the left foot, bring the hips to the midline. Hands come to heart center, twist open to the right. Maybe lean forward to hook that left elbow with right knee. Maybe tuck left toes under, lifting up, finding that full extension in the left leg. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. If that leg's lifted, go ahead and drop it. We come to heart center, float the arms up, and then exhale, lower down.
tucking left toes under and stepping the right leg back for plank pose. Rock a little forward on your toes. Drop knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide onto the belly, pressing up into cobra. And exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under and push back so your hips lift. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. On your exhale, look between your hands and either step your feet up or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, and step the feet back to plank. So moving into side plank. So 2 options here, either rolling onto the outside of the left foot and stacking the feet, lifting right arm up, or supported side plank where you drop your right foot in front or drop your left knee down. Breathe in, breathe out. So in any variation, think about lifting that right hip and extending that right arm up. Beautiful. And then on your exhale, lower the right hand down, coming back to plank. And then we'll turn, so we're on the edge of our right foot, lifting left arm. Either the feet stack or that left foot comes in front to support, or the right knee drops down. Breathe in, lifting that left hip. And then exhale, lowering left hand down, coming back to plank, and then everybody take a child's pose. So either taking your knees wide, toes to touch, or having the legs staying close. If you like a more rounded child's pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Connecting with your breath. Feeling the prana move in your body. Breathing in and breathing out. And then begin on your inhale to roll up to sitting on your heels. Rock forward and extend the legs back, finding plank. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, either walk the feet up to the top or lightly hop. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. So we're going to move through a sequence, warrior 1, then crescent lunge, which is a high lunge. So we'll start here in warrior. So let me show you first. We'll start here in warrior 1. Then we're going to switch where you lift your right heel for crescent. And then we're going to go into warrior 3. So if you want to use blocks for warrior 3, go ahead and place them right now at just above the top of your mat. So that this would be how your warrior 3 would look. So warrior 3, you want to focus on keeping the hips level, just like in warrior 1. So we're front hip opening in warrior 1. Our hips are forward in crescent. Then in warrior 3, we're keeping our hips level, okay? And if you'd like, invite you to add a mudra for each one. So in warrior 1, this is the lotus mudra, where you kind of connect the base of your hands, your pinkies, your thumbs, but then open the 3rd, 4th, 5th fingers. have to cheat for a minute. It represents ahimsa. So if you have this at your heart center in Warrior One, you're inviting more compassion into your heart center. And then when we move to crescent, then truthfulness, Kali Mudra, will put interlace the fingers, index fingers pointing up, and arms go overhead. And then for Warrior Three, if you want to balance, if you're balancing, you can have your hands in the Hasta Mudra, which represents non-stealing, Asteya. Just a little fancy it up today. So, all right, let's come to the top of our mat. Find Tadasana. Hands to hips, put a little bend in the knees, and step the right foot back, turning the toes, angling them, bending the left knee, finding Warrior One. Bringing hands into our Lotus Mudra. 5 breaths. So with this mudra, inviting more love and compassion and ahimsa, non-violence. 2 more full inhales and exhale. 1 more inhale and exhale. Now just lift that right heel. Turn the right toes to face forward. Hips haven't moved. Sink a little deeper. Interlace the fingers, index fingers pointing up, arms overhead for the Kali Mudra. Breathe in. Breathe out. Representing truthfulness. So with each breath, inviting more truth into your life, into your breath. 1 more full inhale. On your exhale, begin moving the arms forward. Lean the body forward, reach for your blocks. Lift that right leg, Warrior Three. Once you find some balance, maybe bringing the hands to Hasta Mudra. Releasing any fear of not having enough. Asteya. 1 more full inhale, and then exhale, hands down to the block. Bring that right foot to meet the left and fold. Hold opposite elbows again. Hang like a rag doll. Maybe sway from side to side. Beautiful work, everyone. But we do have the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees. Release the bind. Roll up to standing. Find Tadasana. Hands to hips. Put a little bend in the knees. Take that left leg back. Drop the heel. Find your Warrior One. So sinking in, full extension in the left leg, bending right knee, bringing hands to our Lotus Mudra, thumbs pressing lightly against the heart center, and invite ahimsa into your breath. Opening yourself up to non-violence, more love, more compassion. Breathe in and breathe out. Lift the left heel, come up on your toes, sink a little deeper in the hips, in your pelvic floor, and then interlace fingers, index fingers pointing straight up for Kali Mudra. 5 breaths here. So this mudra invites in truthfulness. Breathe in. exhale, lean forward. Hands to blocks, push off that left foot, lifting left leg. Leveling hips, finding warrior three. If you want to practice the balance, bringing hands into this Hasta Mudra, beautiful. Try and drop that left hip a little bit, Julia. Yep, And flexing that left foot, toes pointing to the mat helps to level that hip. Beautiful, Rose, nice. Angela, how are ladies doing at home? One more full breath, beautiful, nice balance. And then bringing that left foot to meet the right. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Maybe take a different arm variation, interlacing fingers behind the back. Might feel good. If it doesn't, it's okay. You could also opt to wrap your peace fingers around your big toe. Bring elbows out to the side. And then lift up halfway and bring your blocks closer into, we're going to drop down to tiptoe squat. So have them, place them on either side of your feet. And then lift your heels as you bring your seat to your heels. Upper body, you want to try and have your spine perpendicular to the floor. Draw the belly in, maybe practice balance here, or you can hold the blocks, up to you. Hands to heart center. Finding a drishti in front of you to focus on. And then hands back to blocks, and now we'll find Malasana. So now you're going to take your feet wider. Bring them to the outer edges of your mat and turn your toes out. And then bring a block in between your heels. You're going to drop your seat down, bend your knees, bring your elbows to the inside of the knees. Finding Malasana squat pose. 5 breaths. Really feel the breath. Fill up your belly. Fill up your rib cage. Fill up your lungs. One more full inhale. And exhale, roll forward, moving the block out of the way, and then come all the way down to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. Massage out the sacrum. And then lower the feet to the mat. We're going to move into rolling bridge today. So make sure your alignment is there. Feet in line with your knees, knees in line with hips. And have your feet moving toward your sits bones where you can touch the back of your heel with your longest finger. And then we'll press into our feet, lift your hips as your low back lifts up, float the arms overhead. Exhale, lower the arms when they get about halfway, lower the back with the arms. Inhale, lifting hips, float the arms overhead. And exhale, lowering the arms. Lowering the back. Inhale, rising up, arms float overhead. And exhale, lowering arms, and then lowering the back with the arms. So 5 more rounds, your own pace, your own rhythm. Feeling the breath match the movement. Breathe in, breathe out, feeling that light pressure in the back of your head. And then finishing up your last round. Once you finish that round, then we'll move into Jafar Parivartanasana, our revolved abdomen twist. So feet are on the mat, lift your hips about 1 inch, and then shift them to the right about 2 inches. Drop the low back to the mat and hug the knees into your chest. So they should be on a slant. And then drop them all the way down to the left. Flip the right arm out to the side in line with your shoulder. Left hand either rests on top of the right knee or it can also drop down to the floor. Your gaze can stay looking up at the ceiling, or if you like to turn the head for a little neck stretch, looking out over your right arm. Beautiful. Sometimes our twists restrict our breath when we first go into them. So with each inhale and exhale, see where you can soften. One more inhale and exhale. Feel the breath gather in the belly to help lift your knees to center. Lower the feet to the mat and adjust your spine back to neutral. Same adjustment for the other side. So press into your feet, lift your hips 1 inch, shift them to the left a couple of inches. Then drop your sacrum back down, draw the knees into your chest, and then let them drop down to the right. Left arm coming out to the side, straight up from the shoulder, palm up. Right hand resting on top of left knee, or it can also drop down to the floor. And then if you want the neck stretch for this side, turning to look out over your left arm. Where else can you soften? Can you relax the legs just a little bit more? If the head is turned, looking back to the ceiling, inhale, gather the breath in your belly, lifting the knees to center. Lower the feet and neutralize the spine. Hug the right knee into your chest and turn the right knee out to the side, placing the ankle bone on the left thigh, but have it move off the leg just a little bit, like to the left, so that it's not resting directly on the thigh, but going past the thigh to the edge. And then staying here and encouraging that right knee, pressing it gently away from you. So that right knee is essentially in line with the left knee. If you want to deepen this reclined pigeon, this figure 4, interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, lift that left leg. So the left calf is parallel with the mat. Keeping the right foot flexed, start to draw the legs toward your chest. Keep the shoulders moving away from the ears. And lowering that left foot, release the right foot. Walk the feet out as wide as your mat and then drop the knees over to the right. Move them through center, windshield them over to the left. Over to the right. And over to the left. And then heel toe the feet in a little closer. Draw the left knee into your chest. Turn the left knee out so the left ankle is resting on the right thigh, just past. Just so it's on the right edge of your right thigh. And then pressing the inside of your left knee to help have the knees in line with each other. To deepen, interlace the fingers behind the right thigh, lifting that right leg so the calf is parallel with the mat. Flex both feet, and then drawing the legs towards your chest. Noticing the sensations, the difference in size. Softening shoulders, neck muscles. Release that right foot to the mat. Release the left. One more time to windshield the knees. So take your feet as wide as your mat. And then windshield the knees, dropping them to the right. And then the left. Over to the right. Over to the left. And then knees facing the ceiling, the feet are as wide as your mat. Just let your knees come together. Let them fall toward each other. Let your hands rest on your belly. So moving right into our constructive rest pose. Take a deep inhale, sigh it out through the mouth. A reading from Pema Chodron. What you do for yourself, any gesture of kindness, any gesture of gentleness, any gesture of honesty and clear seeing toward yourself will affect how you experience your world. In fact, it will transform how you experience the world. What you do for yourself, you're doing for others, and what you do for others, you're doing for yourself. Softly meeting this moment in you. Softly welcoming the whole of you. Imagining your breath moving directly into your heart. Directly through your heart. Allowing the breath to flow freely in and out through your heart. Start to deepen your breath, bringing with more awareness back into the body and the mind. Invite small movements by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, circling your wrists and ankles. Maybe floating the arms overhead. Then drawing knees into your chest, rolling onto the right side, extending the right arm out to use as a pillow for your head. Take a couple deep breaths here on your side in this fetal position. Take a moment to acknowledge the pause. If there is any moment in your practice today when you felt that pause, that contentment. Slowly make your way up to a seat. Bringing hands to heart center, a gentle bow of the head to thank yourself. Feel gratitude for coming onto your mat this morning, for sending your energy out to all beings everywhere. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Let's seal the practice with one Om. So take a clearing breath, inhale, and exhale it out. Inhale. Namaste. Ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Joyce. Thanks, Catherine.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
You too.
All right. So of course I didn't pay attention to what he did. I don't know.
I don't necessarily think anything to do with it.
No.
Please, what about is the rain, the storm, will be over soon. Yeah, hopefully, right? Yeah. Actually, really not bad. Right? Yeah.
It just feels normal.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's anything that.
I think I don't feel like we should have had more last month. We didn't. This month now we're getting.
And the Sahara dust is stronger this year, which is keeping the bad storms at bay. Yeah.
Let's hope it keeps that way for the whole season.
Yes, yes.
I know a lot of this my first summer here, a lot of people told me that September is the worst.
For storms, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, always.
Is it for heat and everything too?
It's just because also the water's at the warmest. And that's what makes them,
The 4 years I've been here, I feel like it's August and September.